I swear I cannot do this dance. I just really be trying and it's not giving. Hey sis, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys a very detailed video on how to achieve a soft glam. Now, soft glam is perfect for birthdays, special events, anything of that sort. You want to just look very cute, very put together, not doing too much, but just doing enough. So if you are interested in how I achieve today's look, then obviously just continue to watch. If you are a new sis to my channel, sis, what are you waiting for? Make sure you are subscribed. Hit the bell so that you're notified each time I upload. And without further ado, let's just get into this tutorial. Alright sis, we are perfecting this soft glam makeup look today. Now, I've done nothing to my skin, and honestly, your skin prep is the most important part of this makeup look. You want to make sure that your skin is well hydrated. You're using the right products for your skin issues, whether you're dry skin, oily skin, combination, acne prone, all of that. You want to make sure you're using the right products. Now, depending on your skin type, I honestly feel like as long as your skin is well hydrated, that is going to give you the best look for a soft glam makeup look. So for me, I've already washed my skin. My skin is clean and ready to go. So the first thing I'm going to be going in with is a serum. So this is a hydrating and brightening serum. So I'm going to be using the Merit Beauty Great Skin Instant Glow Serum. I love this because it just moisturizes the skin, and honestly, it is a prep before your makeup. So you want to use this before you go in with your moisturizer. So you guys see how that honestly just brightened up my look. I don't look too dull. I look very hydrated. That is the goal. That is what you want to start with for this soft glam makeup look. Now the next thing is grabbing your moisturizer. Now I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Holy Grail face cream. This has SPF 30, so it's a perfect product, especially if you're going outside and you are going in the sun. It has SPF. So I'm just going to use this to moisturize my skin. So you guys can see the difference between what I started with compared to where we're at now. I look very glowy, very hydrated. So that is what you want to achieve before going in with any of the makeup products. Alright, so the first product you want to go in with is your primer. Now I'm going in with my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This has been my primer as of recently. I honestly use this for every look. I just like how hydrating it is, how it grips my makeup, and just the overall finish of my makeup every time I use this primer. So the next product you want to go in with is your foundation, and you want to make sure you're choosing a foundation that matches you correctly. I've been loving my Makeup by Mario foundation. You guys have seen this countless times in my videos. I just like how natural it looks, how flawless it looks, and it's my perfect shade. Like, you cannot go wrong. If you are my skin twin, I am in the shade 24N. So I like to apply this with my beauty sponge, especially for a soft glam look. This is just going to give me a very airbrushed finish. We still want our skin to look like skin. We don't want to look like we're packing on too much makeup. We don't want a cakey finish, but we want a very vibrant, radiant, natural finish. Now I like to focus this in the outer perimeter of my face. You don't want to apply the foundation underneath your eyes. You want to avoid that by all costs because you are going in with your concealer later. So you really want to just focus on the outer perimeter of your face. Alright, so your skin should still be looking very luminous and hydrated. So you guys know for me, I have naturally dark under eyes. So with makeup, I honestly try to just conceal that. I personally like going in with concealers that are my skin tone, but for the sake of this video, I want to just give some really good tips. So if you do suffer from under eye darkness, you want to go in with an orange correcting concealer. So I'm going to be using my LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this is going to cancel out that darkness underneath your eyes. Now you don't want to go in with too much of this product because a little does go a long way, and we're using orange. Orange is not typically a skin tone color. So you want to go in with a light hand of this and just apply it in the inner corners of your eyes. And then I'm just taking a little brush and I'm honestly just dabbing that concealer into my skin. You honestly don't need to put a lot in that area. All you're doing is covering that indent where the darkness is. Alright, so that is canceling out your darkness. Now what you want to do is go in with your highlighting concealer. So this is a concealer that is 2 to 3 shades lighter than your natural complexion. This is just going to bring back your highlights to your skin. When you apply foundation, you tend to get rid of those natural highlights. So that's where highlighting and contour comes back in. So I'm going to be using my Rimmel, the Multitasker concealer. This is in the shade Mocha, and I'm just going to just apply it in all the areas that I normally highlight. I'm gonna take my damp beauty sponge and just blend it out. I'm just gonna apply it on my forehead, my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin. And you guys could see that I'm using a very light hand. You honestly do not need to go in with so much product, and this honestly helps me just make the decision whether I want to go a little bit more full coverage rather than using a light hand. And you want to make sure that you're keeping the concealer in the areas it needs to be. You're not dispersing it elsewhere. You're just literally keeping it in the areas. So underneath your eyes, your nose, just straight down, your cupid's bow, and your chin. Now I personally want a more brighter under eye, so I'm gonna go in with a concealer that is a bit lighter than the concealer I just used. This is my Makeup by Mario concealer, the Surreal Skin Awakening Concealer in the shade 420, and this is just gonna really brighten up my under eye. And I do like to bring it across my nose as well. That's just going to help with the contour later. All right, so now that we have our concealer down, you want to take the butt end of your beauty sponge, and this is going to get rid of all those harsh lines across your face. You want everything to look really blended. So just using the back of your beauty sponge and going across the areas on your skin that has, you know, that line of demarcation, especially around the forehead, you want to just make sure that you're blending that out. All right, so this is how we're looking. Skin is coming together. This is what we want. So now we're going in with our cream contour. Now your cream contour is optional. You can go in with powder if you want, but for a soft glam look, I honestly highly recommend going in with your cream contour. It's just gonna give you that really chiseled, you know, that fierce makeup look, if you know what I'm talking about. It's just gonna really just give that soft glam look. So for me, I'm going in with my Milk Makeup Sculpt Stick. This is in the shade Simmer, and I'm gonna apply this in all the areas that I normally contour. So that's my forehead, on my cheekbones, and then along my jawline. And then I'm going to contour my nose as well. So normally I would just go in with the stick and just apply on my skin, but for beginners, I highly recommend using a brush. This just allows you to start with a little so that you're not blending forever or you're not over putting the product on your skin. You can really just build it to your liking. So I'm just going to just apply it in the areas that I would normally contour. All right, I'm gonna take that little brush that I use for my concealer and use it with my contour. And I'm just going to lightly contour my nose as well. All right, we have one more cream product to use, and that is your cream blush. Cream or liquid blush. Honestly, cream and liquid blush has been trending right now. It honestly gives you a very feminine look. It gives you a nice flush of color. It just really awakens your skin. So I'm gonna be going in with my Wander Beauty Double Date Lip and Cheek Duo. So it comes with the cheek pigment at the top, and then at the bottom is your lip pigment. So I'm gonna use the butt end of my beauty sponge. This has been going through it, but we're going to be using that just to apply this blush to the cheekbones. So what you want to do is just apply it in this area right here, and that's just going to bring back some color to the skin. Okay, so this is what your skin should be looking like after you've applied all of your cream products. So I look dewy, I look very natural. It looks like I didn't do much to my skin, which is the goal. You want to just ensure that you're going in with a light hand and that you're still looking very hydrated. So now you want to go in with your powders. Your powders is what's going to set everything in place. So before you go in with setting your under eye, you want to make sure you are blending out the concealer that you've applied underneath your eyes. This is just going to ensure that you're not setting your creases. So we tend to get creases under our eyes, so just making sure we're going in with our beauty sponge and just blending out those creases, and the concealer that we've put under our eye will ensure that the powder is not setting those creases. So I'm going to be going in with my Revlon BLOT Matte Setting Powder. I'm going to take a little bit of this with my damp beauty sponge, and this is just going to initially just set that concealer in place. And this is a translucent powder, so it's not going to give me any color, but just really set the under eye. Alright, so just as you did your concealer, you want to set your contoured areas as well. So now I'm going in with my Essence Matte Bronzing Powder Palette. I love this palette because it's universal. You could use it for just about anything, setting the face, setting your contours, and setting your under eyes. So it's a multi-benefit product. I'm going to be using this to set all of my contours and just really give me a bronzy finish. So I'm going to be going in with this dark shade. This is the darkest shade of the palette. Gonna dust off the excess, and we're just gonna run this along all the areas that we contoured. And then for my nose contour, I'm gonna take this little angle brush and just brush it along the line I did for my nose contour. All right, for my brows, I honestly already put some brow gel on and just set them into place. So now I'm just using an eyeshadow palette, using that very dark, almost black shade, and just filling in any sparse areas of my brows. This is just gonna complete your brow look. I know everyone has their own brow routine. You can do your brows before your makeup, or you could do it during. It's honestly optional to you. And then I'm just gonna take some concealer to clean up my brows, just because we are moving on to our eyes next. And then with that same concealer, you just wanna apply it all over your eyelids. This is going to just conceal those dark eyelids for the eyeshadow you're gonna be putting on later on. All right, so now that your eyes are set, you wanna go back in with that same shade that you used for your bronzer, and you're gonna use that in your crease. So I'm just taking a fluffy blending brush and just dipping into that dark shade, tapping off the excess, and all we're doing is putting this right in the crease. This is going to be our base and what we're really starting with for the eyeshadow look. All right, so now that you have your bronzer in your crease, you want to go in with a nude eyeshadow. Now this nude eyeshadow is honestly what makes a soft glam. This is what's going to distinguish the type of look that you are going with. So for me, I'm gonna go in with this nude shade from this palette. And honestly, this palette is a no-name brand palette because, believe it or not, y'all, I was trying to come out with my own cosmetic line, and this was one of the sample palettes that they sent me. But in any case, you wanna go in with any type of nude shade. This is what you're gonna be applying in the open space on your lids. This is going to really say, yes, I'm going for a soft glam. We're not doing too much, but we're doing just enough. All right, so you wanna go in with a flat brush like this. This is going to just help you apply it onto your eyelids. And what you wanna do is start from the corner, and what you wanna do with matte eyeshadows is tap it. This is going to give you the most color payoff for this eye look. So all I'm doing is little pats and just applying it in literally just right where the crease of my eyes are. And I'm just creating that crease. And you don't want to bring this all the way out. You want to stop about halfway. I'm gonna say halfway. All right, so we have our nude shade on our lids. Now you want to go in with a very dark brown shade. So I'm going to be using this shade right here. This is what we're brushing along the edges of our eyes, and this is what's going to complete that soft glam eyeshadow look. So I'm going to go in with a more tapered brush. So tapered means it's a little bit more pointed towards the end of the brush, and this is just going to allow me to keep that dark shade in that area. I don't want it separating. I don't want it going anywhere past this area here. So I'm going to dip into this with a light hand because this is a dark shade, tap off the excess, and what I'm doing is just brushing it along the edges, and I'm gonna make sure that it's blending into that nude shade as well. We like to call this the outer V. So all you're doing is applying that in that space. You're not doing anything as of yet. So this is how the eyeshadow should be looking. Now this is not how it should be finished. So you want to go back in with your blending brush. This is the brush that you applied your bronzer, and all you're doing is blending out your crease. So this is just going to make sure everything blends together, and essentially you're smoking out that dark shade. So to smoke that out, all I'm doing is using some circular motions, and this is just going to diffuse that eyeshadow. You don't want it to be too harsh. All right, so you see that line of demarcation between your lighter shadow and your darker shadow. All you want to do is just make sure that it looks seamless and like they're blending into each other. And this is just going to give that very gradient effect. All right, so that is about it for the eyeshadow look. It's very quick and easy, guys. So once you have your eyeshadow down, you want to go in with some eye pencils. So you could go in with a liquid, a kohl, whichever one. And how I do this is just I use little strokes to just create my line. For beginners, I would definitely say use more of a kohl or kajal eye pencil to do this step. All right, so from this point, you could go in with some mascara and finish up the look. In my instance, I love lashes, so I'm gonna go and apply some lashes. So I'm taking my Kiss Lash Couture lashes. I've already worn it, so it's kind of dangling in here, but this is just what's going to really give me that soft glam makeup look. So I'm just gonna quickly pop these on. Let me know if you guys want a detailed lash tutorial. I think I'm very long overdue for one of those, so let me know. All right, and then to finish up the eye look, you want to go back in with that very dark brown shade that you use to smoke out your eye look, and you just want to brush that along the bottom lash line. This is what's going to bring that eyeshadow look together. And then the last product for your eyes is your mascara. So I'm going to be going in with my Clarins Wonder Perfect 4D mascara, and all I'm doing is applying this to my bottom lashes. All right, sis, we are almost finished. So I want to move back on to the complexion just because we've been avoiding it for a bit. So what you want to do is go in with some blush. Now you want to go in with a powder blush. This is going to ensure that the cream blush that you applied will stay put. Blush is like the easiest product to disappear off of your skin. I'm not sure why, but it is. So I always recommend going in with a powder blush on top of your cream or liquid blush. So I'm going to be going in with my CoverGirl So Flushed blush, and I'm just going to just tap over the areas that I did apply blush. All right, so now we're moving on to our lips. We finally made it to the end. Now for your lips, you want to go in with an ombre nude lip. That is a staple for a soft glam makeup look. So what you are going to need is a brown lip liner, preferably a dark brown lip liner. You're going to need a nude lipstick, and then you're going to need a gloss. The gloss is what finishes everything up. So I'm going to be going in with my Kiss New York lip liner. I'm just going to line my lips. And the next you want to go in with your nude lipstick. So I'm going in with my Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Ink lipstick. This is in the shade Captivated. And then I like to just go back over with my lip liner and just make sure that we didn't lose that brown lip liner. All right, and the last product is your gloss. So I'm going in with my Essence Extreme Shine Volume Lip Gloss. This is a baby pink, and this is going to just give us that look that we want. It's gonna give us very plumpy, hydrated looking nude lips. All right, so we have come to the end, guys. Your final product is your setting spray. I'm gonna be using my e.l.f. Stay All Night Micro Setting Mist, and we're gonna lock all of this in place. This is just going to ensure the longevity and make sure that our makeup is staying put for whatever event we are going to. All right, sis, so that is about it for this soft glam makeup look, this very detailed soft glam makeup look. I hope that you guys got as much information as possible from this video and really just learned how to complete a natural soft glam makeup look. So I made this very beginner friendly, so I hope that you took something from this video. So that is about it. If you are a new sis, make sure you are subscribed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.